Welcome back to my channel and welcome to what I am forcing to be a summer feeling vibe in the longest month of the year called January. Ugh. This month is just the longest, most gray, cold, hardest month I feel like for so many of us. So today I did an old school trick that I did when I lived back in the Midwest, and I pulled out my most vibrant colored top that made me feel those summer warm vibes and did my makeup a little extra dewy. I took a little extra lengths to do it because my skin is feeling dry right now because of the true weather outside, but we will not be stopped. No. Today I am absolutely just leaning into forcing the vibe of summer to help with my mental health, to be honest, because it has been so many gray days, a lot of rain, and I live in Florida, so I can only imagine what it is like in other places. Well, I do know how it is because I only moved here 4 years ago, so I totally feel you guys when I'm seeing you guys in your Instagram comments coming back to me saying things like, it's 4 degrees here, or it's in the negatives here, it's snowing and icy, and it's that time of year where we're just like, it's a struggle. Some people love it, but a lot of us struggle this time of year. So your girl is gonna be here to help you feel those tropical vibes, even if in the Sunshine State I haven't seen sun in at least, I don't know, it feels like a week. And in Florida time, that is a lifetime. So you go ahead and do it. Do it with me. Pause the video, go put on something that makes you feel those summery vibes, even if you gotta turn the heat up in your house or wear a blanket on your legs. Get yourself feeling that summery, warm, tropical vibe because we are lifting our spirits, we're helping our mental health, and we're gonna have some fun with some faves and fails for the month of January. And I have so much to go through with you guys. I have stuff that I've been trying behind the scenes and that I'm currently going to be trying. So I'm going to have a faves, a fails, a this is what I'm trying portion, and I've got some amazing lifestyle things because you guys came through for your girl. I was asking you guys in my more recent videos that were kind of those end of year topics where it's like, you know, the bests and worst, the overall 2020, how did Boxy do, what were the awards for BoxyCharm, and I let you guys know I'm going to be pivoting some of my content to be a little bit more broad outside of Boxy. I'll still be doing a video or two of BoxyCharm every month because I am still getting the boxes, but I want to be able to branch out more, and you guys came through and told me you want to hear more about some lifestyle stuff too, and I've been so excited that I got to work with a big drugstore brand on a brand new launch for them. So I'm really excited to share some of that I'm trying with you. I've got some new launches to tell you about there as well with a totally different indie brand that I'm excited to tell you about. So many amazing things. We're just gonna get hyped because, well, darn it, we deserve a smile. We deserve to feel those bright, festive vibes. So grab your tea, grab your, what do you like to drink in the summertime? Do you drink an iced tea? Do you like to drink your Sex on the Beach, the Bahama Mamas? What do you like to drink? Grab it and let's get ready to have some summer fun in January, the longest month of the year, together. Cheers! I pulled out all the summer makeup stuffs, and my hair is even a little frizzy and a little big today because of the rain, but we're gonna pretend it's because of the hot humidity outside. We are living in our own fantasy land, and I'm totally cool with it. I also love to take this opportunity to shout some of you guys out in these videos too. This is one of my favorite videos to do every single month because it's kind of like just sitting down and hanging out with my friends, and I love to name some of you too. So that is still going to be going on in my favorites and fails videos because it's like we're just hanging out together, and I definitely have some things to share with you that are helping me get into this mindset. And if you do follow me on Instagram, but if you don't, that's all right. You can follow me right here. I give you guys some behind the scenes of things I'm working on, and I've got so many exciting new collabs, new things I'm working on, behind the scenes, new release talks, a lot of stuff. And I was talking about something last night that I was intentionally going to be putting on last night so I would feel my best today on camera and give me those warm glowy vibes. The only reason that I feel like I can even wear this top today, that is a vibrant yellow and it shows the shoulders. It has been, I mean, even me who lives in Florida, the Sunshine State, has no tan right now. So what I use to make myself have that glow and feel a little bit better, and I don't know what it is, it's that like vitamin D placebo, where when you're wearing these vibrant things or your skin maybe looks a little bit like what it would look like in summertime, it kind of just gives you that overall glow. And this glow is exactly what I needed today. I've talked about this before. This is the Tan-Luxe Super Glow Hyaluronic Serum. I recently bought another one of these in, I think, the BoxyCharm add-on pop-up. I'm down to about half here, as you could probably see, because I think this is an amazing gradual self-tan that you can do that isn't overwhelming, and it's effectively goof-proof. And your girl needs goof-proof, especially when it comes to making something look even or something like that. This is perfect. I used this on my face, my neck, and like my décolleté and shoulders just a bit last night. Don't have to add too much, and it's pretty thick, so it'll kind of spread and go a long way. And then in the morning, I wake up with a natural looking tan. I don't look super orange. It doesn't look splotchy. They make it stupid simple, and that's exactly what I need. This is not PR. This is not sponsored. I bought a brand new one myself right here because I knew I was halfway through, and this is that time of year where I do start to like let myself feel like I'm living in the warm weather, even when it's in the 50s outside for us, which I know is like nothing compared to some of you, but it helps with that vibe for me, and it's still good skincare, so it's not breaking me out. It's good for my sensitive skin. I've not had any issues, so I bought another one. That's how good it is. Moving on to the next thing that I just feel like is really helping my winter skin to perform its best. Because I let you guys know recently in one of my videos, I was struggling even with some of my favorite foundations right now to not let my makeup look too dry or patchy. And I think it was my BoxyCharm video. And sometimes when I'm trying a lot of things, it's harder to kind of like suss out the culprit of what's kind of going on. So I'm still doing a little bit of that work behind the scenes. But something that I love, and I've told you guys a lot that I love, is something that you already know is a favorite. So it'd be lame for me to add this into my favorites. But it's my Natasha Denona Transform Matte Pore Vanishing Foundation. Love it. But I forgot, totally forgot, that in the winter, before the humidity came back to the air, what I loved to use with this, not only to help the coloration, but also to add some moisture for my drying out skin at the moment, was this Pure 4-in-1 Tinted Moisturizer. I forgot, this was like the game changer for me in the beginning of last year to add to anything to really give me that nice even spread that wasn't too dewy, and it also wasn't allowing anything to kind of dry me out too much. Also, wear this alone. The fact that it's a tinted moisturizer and you can build this up to look like a great coverage, it's still going to look natural, but it gives you enough coverage that this is all you need. Maybe add some powder and go. Amazing. So amazing. So this morning, these are the two duo forces, the two superheroes of my face right now. And I just feel like this, along with the Tan-Luxe, allowed me to have that summer skin back. Everything looks nice and smooth. Everything looks even, but it also has some warmth to it. I did add some glow on top with some other things I'm going to tell you about because I was leaning into summer so hard right now. And I know sometimes that's just kind of what we need. I also find that if I just kind of like don't, since I do work from home, I don't always put on makeup. But if I do that too many days in a row where I don't feel my best, that really starts to affect me, along with the seasonal depression as well, when there's lack of vitamin D out there, no more warmth, and you're just doing anything to feel like you're like, I'm so cranky today. Why am I so cranky? Why does everything suck? It's because I don't have my normal endorphins keeping me going. So sometimes also just making your makeup look how you like it to look is an extra win, girl. Sometimes you got to take that time for yourself because you are worth it. Also, I kind of wanted to add this in, even though I feel like you guys know I love this. I needed to re-say it, even though I've got some great foundations that help with the pores, as someone who has some bossy pores. And it is really cold outside right now, to the point that my skin is really having those dry patches. It makes it look like I even have more pores than sometimes I feel like I normally do, because I'm going through this weird seasonal no humidity thing. So I still really love this, especially in the winter. I kind of put probably even a little bit more on now than I will later in the year. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. This is essentially kind of like the putty primer in a way, if you like the e.l.f. version. This is maybe, I don't know, maybe just a touch creamier, I think. It really melts well into my skin, and I can do a little bit more of this, and it doesn't cling to my makeup. It really just helps everything to apply really smooth. I put on a decent dollop of this in my trouble spots and added it to the areas that I noticed my skin gets a little bit drier, like a little on the forehead, sometimes on the chin or around the mouth or in that nose crevice area. Girl. And this really kind of helped set me up for success no matter what foundation I've been using, because I don't always want to use something that feels so high coverage, like I said, on a day where maybe I'm just doing a little bit of makeup for me, but I'm not going to be on camera. Maybe I don't have a Zoom call that day, but I need something to kind of help still even a girl out so I feel like my skin looks its best. Even with some of my very simple, more like light to medium coverages, this works great. All right, I feel like I have to tell you about something I don't really like, at least yet. Again, I'm still in this weird season of my skin at the moment, so I'm not gonna declutter this yet. Although I will tell you something has already been decluttered that I'm going to tell you is a fail this month, but we'll get there when we get there. Okay, but this brand new, really coveted brand is something that I just don't think is going to work for my personal skin type, at least at this moment. I'm going to give it the old college try again when, the seasons shift a little bit. It warms up. I've tried it a couple times though, and I showed you guys once on camera how my makeup slipped all over the place when I used this. This is the LYS Secure Skin Primer. It's supposed to be a gripping serum primer. It's supposed to have pore and shine control. It's got niacinamides in it, AHAs in it. It's got a lot of skincare in it. So I almost feel like maybe it's got a little too much of that in there for me at the moment, because my makeup did not want to stay put when I have tried this. The first day it wasn't too bad, but then when I tried it on camera with you guys and I was trying some creams and some other things, I was like, oh, this is not going well. But I pulled it back together, but by the way the makeup was wearing, it was definitely a base makeup problem. And this was the only different thing I was using, I think. There may have been some skincare in there too, actually, now that I say that. But on the majority of the face, it would have been this. So I think I need to wait a little bit to see how this is going to do, but it definitely has so many vitamins in it. It's got vitamin A, C, E. It's supposed to help brighten the look of dark spots and hyperpigmentation. It's got a lot of skincare in it. And for a primer, that may not work for me just as a primer kind of thing. I gotta give it some more time, I think, but I need to wait until it gets maybe a little warmer, but that could be worse, actually. That could be worse, and then it could really slip as my oils really start coming into play. I don't know. We're going to have to let the play develop. We're going to have to see. But as of this moment, this is not my favorite at all. I've got a lot of primers too. My primer drawer is actually probably due for a declutter as well, because I have so much. And unfortunately, last in, first out. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Kind of still talking a little bit about skincare. I just purchased my third and fourth of this product, mostly because I could get it on a really great crazy deal, even that I couldn't get on Amazon. So I did buy a couple more things, and I'm not a big backup person. I don't have a lot of real estate in my tiny little beauty space for a lot of backups. However, I really found this skincare product works really good for me, and it was in, I believe it was the drop from BoxyCharm for like $5, so I bought two. This is the, like I said, third and fourth backups that I've purchased of the Mud Masky Under Eye Vitamin Brightening Serum goodness. I love this. I went through one already, and I bought another one. Did I buy it on Amazon or did I get it from BoxyCharm? I don't remember at this point. 2020 and 2021 are a mental blur for your girl. However, I do know I'm about halfway down now with my second one, and when I saw it was going to be $5, in like a little grab bag situation, I'm frugal enough to be like, well then dang it, if I've already gone through like 1.5, I may as well get two more, so for $10 get two. You know what I'm saying? So that is what I did, because I'm pretty sure on Amazon there's still like at least 20 something bucks for one. So I really like this. I think the under eye definitely brightens overnight. If you are someone who happens to struggle with, especially during the winter months, maybe it just looking really gray, dull, not brightened, maybe you've got some allergies, sometimes that's hormones. Underneath here, if you are constantly dark, that will brighten you up so quickly. And it's not one of those things where it'll brighten you once or a couple of times, but then it starts to fade away. It has worked for me consistently. I love this so much. So I had to get 2 more. 2. Who am I buying all these backups of skincare after so many years of getting so much skincare? I'm telling you, when something is good, you know. For the face today, I really thought, you know what? Because I'm feeling a little extra dry and because I was using one of my great matte foundations, I can lean a little into the glowy side, right? I can lean into that because I knew in my head I wanted to give myself a summer look, a summer vibe to kind of propel myself through this really long month and day. So I went into a palette that honestly my year-end videos with BoxyCharm reminded me of, because I haven't used this in quite some time on the face for like a lot of the perimeter, maybe just a touch here and there for highlight, but never for like the bronzer, the contour, on the body a little bit, up on the brow, all the things. So why not do that to let myself feel my dewy summer goddess in January? There's no rules here, or we make up our own, and that's why I couldn't wait to jump back into the Touch in Sol Pretty Filter Glowdent Makeup Palette. I love this so much, and honestly, it still shocks me how even these darker tones can work on me for like a bronzer contour moment. These middle shades here are great for highlighters or a blush moment. Over here, great highlighters. These work awesome on the face. These work awesome on the eyes, on the body. I love this. Did we get this in spring or did we get this in summer? I feel like I used it a ton when I got it, and then I started to back off of it. I don't remember if it was because of a skin transition or because I was trying so many other things, but now is the perfect time. If you want to lean into your summer goddess moment now, so you can start kind of, if you're like me and winter affects you the same way, it really allowed my skin to look so healthy and juicy without trying. What witchcraft is in this formula, I will never know, but I'm so grateful it exists, because this shimmery bronzer, blush, highlight moment does not grab to my texture. It does not make me look like an oil slick or an ice cream cone that is melting midway through the day. No, it is amazing. This is one of my main bronzers on today. Bronzers, you heard me. I have some of my cheekbone carved out with these deeper shades down here, and then I kind of warmed up the perimeter, and it just gives this like glow. It gives this a luminosity, healthy glow to your skin that doesn't look textured. It doesn't look dry. It really just works and complemented so well. Now, is it because I used some other great moisturizing things so my skin wouldn't do that? Maybe, but it's a great pairing. Glad to know they work together, because also your girl's not trying to come out here looking like she's too dewy. I don't want my whole face to look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer happened to it. You know what I'm saying? Getting up close here because I do film in front of natural light, so it's very complimentary, but you don't see texture. You don't see a lot of bunching, and it also does not look oily. And I don't have any filters. I don't do any of that here on my channel at all. I wouldn't even know how to do that, to be honest. I'm not that smart. I do have on some of the highlighter today on the tops here, and I do kind of cake that up and layer it up, whereas everything else with these darker shades, I kind of take some time to blend and smooth, but I don't really need to. It's just more to make it look natural. But this formula, I can't believe how good it is. Can't believe how good it is. I'm so glad that I remembered to use this after my awards, or I was in my BoxyCharm bests and worsts and stuff, because I was like, this was a home run for so many of us. A lot of you were shocked at how quality it is. You just don't think that a whole shimmer palette is going to work for your face the way this does. It makes no sense. It really doesn't. I've been trying to decide if I want to let my hair keep growing or if I want to cut it again to kind of be like more like here. But I do like that, I feel like that 90s hair is coming back. You know, the big fluffy Topanga hair, the Cindy Crawford hair. And I like having a longer hair for that type of moment. But I also just kind of like having longer hair. But I was worried because when my hair gets longer, I really struggle to maintain the curls. Now, granted, I did have to walk Penny and Cooper when it was drizzling this morning, so I do still have some frizz to me, but nothing like I have historically. And my curls are still really tight. My curls are still really visible. I'm not a blonde, and I feel like on blondes on camera and in pictures, you can see the waves and curls so much better. But I have a lot of curls that are looking really healthy. And one product that I really have to contribute that to is this Secrets of the Snow Soft Styling Foam from Vor, V-O-R. You only need 2 to 3 pumps of this, maybe a bit more, and I have pretty thick hair. I've got a lot of it too. But this stuff works great. If I add too much, my hair starts to feel too textured. It starts to feel too worn down, and I feel like it doesn't perform as well even with the volume. But this gives me volume. This allows my curls to look their best. And like I said, I was in the rain this morning with the dogs with a rain jacket on, trying to not get my hair too wet, but it has really been performing well. And I think I got this last fall, and this has been like my secret weapon for really amazing curls that last all day. I'll even be talking to you guys on my Instagram, and my hairstylist follows me there, and she's like, what are you using in your hair? Because I need to know about it. And I was like, this is the only thing that I have been using that's new, but it makes my curls last for days. It doesn't allow them to get too out of control either, even living with humidity. So I am loving that, and I feel like I haven't talked about that enough, so I needed to talk about that this month. Had to. Also, every time I do have on this top, it complements this color from an eyeshadow palette that I got last year, and you guys always ask me what is on your lids when I wear this very vibrant gold. So I'll just really quickly tell you, this is one of the shades that I mostly gravitate to in this, because I don't like all the shades in this palette, but most of them I do. This is the Rare Beauty Confident Energy palette. This is an all shimmer palette, and it's this gold shade, dead center right here, that I used on the lids. I believe I like this one and the green one the most. I didn't really care for this one too much, but I do find with this, it's not as opaque as I would like it to be, even though today I even put down a nude base. I did have to put down an eyeshadow primer to really make this stand out, and even then I had to build and layer it and build and layer it, but I do love the final result. I think it's really pretty. And you guys always ask when I do wear like this shade in particular, what is on your lid? So that is what I'm wearing today. I have a hard time calling this a favorite though, but I did want to mention it in this video because I was like, oh, I have this on. They're going to ask, because you always do. I like this one shade, but it does require some work and finesse. But if you don't mind that, it is still quality. So I'm going to need to buy another one of these. I think I got this last fall, and for my brows, starting my brows, I love this so much. It is super easy, and I feel like if I wasn't going to be coming on camera, I could just use this and be done. I've talked about it before, but it's been a while. This is the Brow Bar by Rima micro pen. It's got those 3 bristles at the top that draw some hair-like strokes. Mine is in the shade dark brown, and I feel like I am still like making it work because it's not maybe as inky, but I actually like that because then it allows me to draw even more hairs in there and kind of build it up. I do have a lot of other stuff in my brows when I come on camera because the natural light can really diffuse them and make them really subtle. But I love this. It really does help me from going overboard in the front half of the brow, because I feel like unless you have the perfect product for that, it can get really blocky really quick. This is something that for the past month I have been using non-stop to the point that it's drying out even more. So I think I'm going to need another one really soon. And I also really like Brow Bar by Rima. I have a lot of their products in my collection that I've also hit pan on. I've gone through a couple of their things because I really like their products. I think they're really good, and I got a lot of real estate for brows, so I feel like it's kind of more important on my face than I like. But it's so easy to do a good brow with their products. Okay, I gotta tell you about a fail before I can tell you about a fave, and that's because this brand has kind of been hit or miss with me throughout history, and it's Pure Cosmetics. In one of my latest BoxyCharms, I got a duplicate of a mascara that I actually have had for about 2 months now. So I had been giving it a try. And to be honest, I ended up decluttering it after my last video because I think I tried it one more day and I just really hated the way my lashes looked. But again, I think it's because I'm really picky with my lashes. I feel like if you like a very natural lash, the Pure magnetic mascara will probably work for you. It just does not work for me. It makes my lashes go out really straight. I couldn't even use another mascara to save it. I tried different techniques. I tried the wiggling, I tried the fanning and the fluffing. I do curl my lashes beforehand too. Nothing was really working for that, and I feel like it was a very stiff formula, so I think it just weighed down my lashes. So I didn't like that. I did declutter it, but I think it was for my birthday. I purchased one of their mascaras that was brand new to the market, and I have really liked it a lot. So that is in my favorites. Like I said, some things from Pure don't work for me, and other things I love. Same with some of their eyeshadow palettes and skin products, you know what I mean. This is the Pure On Point mascara, and I think it's got hemp extracts in it. The girl that was wearing it the day that I was in Ulta was like, this is what I'm wearing right now, and her lashes were stunning and they were real, so I was like, girl, I will try whatever it is you got on. I happen to like a fluffier wand like this, so I also really enjoy the way that this applies. I have it today on my lower lashes. Obviously, I have on lashes because that kind of gave me that little extra oomph today, but I even love how much it elongates and fluffs out my lower lashes. It kind of gives you that doll eyelash look, and I think it really does a good job of building, fanning them out, and they look nice. I like this one a lot, so that's kind of like my give and take as far as mascaras go with that brand. Okay, I think that's a lot of my faves and fails for the month that I've tried with makeup. Now I'm going to shift a little bit over here into stuff that I am trying. It's stuff that I've tried for a little bit, maybe halfway through January, so I don't have enough time to see how some things develop, but I'm really liking what I'm seeing so far, so they're absolutely worthy of mention. I was actually asked to be part of a masterclass with CoverGirl. I could not believe it. I was super duper excited to have such a big brand that I love and have loved for years. Like, we're talking all the way back to middle school and high school days. Have a masterclass that I was invited to, so it was super duper exciting to kind of see a new collection they had coming out. And they're definitely keeping up with the trends of what is on the market, what's the projection of things upcoming. So I was really excited to see that they have a brand new skincare line. And I know I have tried a bunch of skincare, especially over the past 2 years specifically. So I've kind of learned what works for me and what doesn't work for me. So I was really grateful to have been able to even receive the entire line from CoverGirl, which is super exciting to even say, because that's just like, that's such like a YouTuber thing, and I feel like I just hang out here on my channel with my friends every week. So when people are like, oh, they sent me the full collection, I'm like, what's that like? Like, I don't know, because I'm still not even sure it happened, but it did. My little girl YouTuber dreams are coming true. And by little girl, I mean 30-something-year-old woman, but whatever. CoverGirl has come up with an entirely new line called Clean Fresh Skincare. And one of the first things that they start off with is their priming glow mist. This is something that you can use on your face to kind of like prep and set your makeup. It's also a great refresher, so if like a couple of hours after you've been wearing your makeup, you're starting to see yourself look a little dry or a little cakey, this is supposed to be a nice mist to really help put your stuff back together, give you that confidence again. And what's really unique about their entire line is that every single thing I'm going to be telling you about has cactus water in it. That's really good for hydrating. And there are specific things in here for people like me with oily skin that still have that product, but it's formulated with the ingredients to be beneficial for my skin, so it's not constantly overly producing the oils and things like that that are making me look shiny through the day. This is actually intended for my skin as well, so it's yours too. And they have a whole line of all of these things, but this is like their hero product of the entire line right now. It's also supposed to give you 8 hours of hydration, which is really exciting, and I love the mist on it. The mist is so light and airy. That is the kind that I like as well. I don't like to have anything shoot me in the face. I like it to be light and airy so I can add and layer as much as I want to. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. It does have a light rose scent. And it really just allows everything to kind of come back together. It gives you a nice subtle glow, but I am hoping that they come out with some more matte products in the future. But this is one of the leading things that when I was on the masterclass with other content creators that had these as well, they were like, this has become my favorite. So I definitely wanted to let you guys know this is definitely something I am currently trying. I'm gonna let that soak in just a little. They also have 3 different types of moisturizers for their clean, fresh skincare line. Obviously, you guys know I would be checking out the normal to oily skin version because this is obviously perfect for my skin type. They also have a dry skin corrector as well. And this is something I've really enjoyed as well. This is their Weightless water cream, and I learned I loved water creams. Back when I was using the Tidal Sunday Riley one, I was obsessed with it. And I have to tell you, the texture on some of these is like nothing I have ever tried before. Starting with the water cream here, this one has 72 hours of hydration, which is wild. But it's also like a gel-like cloud consistency. I don't know if it'll pick up on camera so you can kind of see what I mean, but it is like a gel whipped formula that is so creamy. And it feels really nice when you press it into your skin, and it gets very liquefied quickly. It definitely starts the nourishing parts of it like right away. This one is such a light scent. I even have to like really put my face next to it. All of these do have a very light scent to them, so if you are sensitive, that may not be something that you are interested in, but they are, at least they said, looking towards things that have no scent. It's mostly because there are so many natural ingredients in all of these that sometimes the natural ingredients can be a little overwhelming in a negative way, so they wanted to add in just a light, fresh fragrance so it wasn't too overwhelming. But this Weightless water cream is something that I have tried probably the most because I remembered how much my skin drank this up. Was it a winter ago or 2 winters ago that I tried that? I'll have to double check, but I loved it so much. So I'm really excited to be playing with something like this again right now because I was just saying I need a little bit more moisturizer. Also, let's jump into the normal to oily skin one. This is also more beautiful packaging, and it matches the tube because it is more of a pink tone, whereas the other one was a little bit more blue. And this one's way more of like a gel-like consistency and a little less like a cloud. It's got a little bit more grip to it to really help with that oily skin. I have used this as well, and so far I've liked it, but like I said, it's skincare, so it's something I need to try longer to give you a more in-depth review on, and I'm gonna have everything linked below for you guys. Next is jumping into the dry skin, which, you know what, maybe this is something I should be looking into right now too, because hello, I was just talking about it. It also matches my outfit between the label and the product. Everything is pretty matchy-matchy. And this is also kind of like the oily to normal skin one, but it's maybe a little bit more pudding consistency than gel. I like to try to give you guys as much of a descriptor as I can. Ooh, this feels very silky. Super duper like scent, hardly smell anything, but that's me. I know everybody's different. Yeah, it's got some slip to it, so I could see this being good for this type of year actually. So that is all of their moisturizers that I am really excited to have received and get to try. So stay tuned for some more reviews on these. But there's one more thing that I have been trying and Adam has been trying. You know, I like to try a good cleanser. This is their new Hydrating Clean Cleanser, and this is something I have been using almost every single night right now. I really, really like that it is a non-drying formula, so you don't feel like you're stripping your skin of all the natural oils, and as someone with naturally oily skin, that's something I'm very mindful of because I'm also very sensitive, so I've not had any breakouts from this. I've also noticed that, even Adam said it, he's like, I like how it makes my skin feel clean, but it doesn't feel tight. It doesn't feel like I've put my skin through the ringer. It just feels really cleansed. This also has some of the true cactus water in it, so it's still got a lot of natural ingredients. And I do feel like it does still give me some hydration to my skin without being too much for me. Personally, again, no breakouts, which is a big deal for me and my oily skin. That's very sensitive. So these are all going to be linked below. I'm going to give you more reviews on them, like I said, after I get to try them longer than a couple of weeks. But I was so excited to get to be part of that. This is something that I have tried, I believe, 2, maybe 3 days behind the scenes on non-filming days. And so far, I am really impressed with how my skin looks. And it kind of reminds me of the Pure 4-in-1 Tinted Moisturizer, but it's a little different. These are the Caliray Free Dreaming Skin Wellness Diffusing Tints, and I have 4 here. They reached out to me and they were like, hey, looks like you really like great cruelty-free makeup that is supposed to be good for you. Would you like to try some of our new skin tints? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly what everyone is wanting right now. That's stuff I'm wanting right now. I'd love to learn more. I'll read you some of the claims because I'm still really getting used to these products, but it says it's a sheer blur coverage, buildable and diffusing, and it lets your skin shine through. It is featherweight natural skin finish, and I can totally agree with that. Anytime I put this on, it feels like it is my skin, but a bit more smooth. It's got a little less texture and roughness to it. Silicone-free experience with 94.5% natural origin ingredients. It also has a little bit of hydration and vitamins in it with vitamin C and E in there to benefit your skin while you're wearing this. It's also got, like, they're big into sustainability. Their packaging is sustainable. It's 100% recyclable. I also did see how I could build this as well, and I was grateful they let me choose a couple different colors because I feel like I can also create my perfect match. Right now, I think the shade 4 works really well for me with this. It's a little bit of a swatch on the back, and it's called A Light Dream, but you do have to shake it up, kind of get all the ingredients moving around in there, and it is really runny. So I have found I really like this with my Merit Beauty brush to really kind of work it on and into my skin. I think that gives it a gorgeous finish. So you can see here how it's got some color to it. It's got some pigmentation. And then I just kind of work it into my skin. Now I do have some skincare on this hand, I should say. You can even already see how my hand looks like it's got a nice blurred light coverage here. But it's not overwhelming. It's really nice, and it does make your skin look really healthy. It actually looks really nice. I've tried it on my face, like I said, a couple of times now, and I have been really impressed with it. Again, I want to try it longer because the weather's been so weird here. I do want to give it some more love and time, so stay tuned. I like that this is actually clean makeup too, because I hear a lot of negative things about some of the clean makeup that's out there right now, or things that aren't working for a vast majority. I think this reminds me a lot of some of the, like I said, tinted pure 4-in-1 goodness. So I feel like this could actually be a really nice new brand to look out for. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to keep you guys posted on it. They call these a clean foundation, and I like that it's not overly like covering. I like that I could still see my freckles in it. And my hand swatch already looks gorgeous as well. And if I do have any links for these guys, I will leave them below for you as well. Okay, now this one, this had some controversy in the YouTube land, and some people may have strong feelings about this still. I don't know. But I found it in a TJ Maxx. So I was like, you know what, for 24 bucks, I need to try it. Well, $24.99 to be clear. It's the Subculture palette. I'm going to be honest. I have always thought this palette looked gorgeous. Not the reviews, not the fact of how dusty I heard it was. But this was the palette I wanted even before the Modern Renaissance because I thought the color story was gorgeous. But as you may have been able to see, it already has some dust all over her because, I mean, the reviews were not wrong that she's dusty. She is very loose powdered. Even though it's a pressed powder, whatever they did differently to this, it is still very messy. I think this is a really pretty palette. I literally have tried it once and I did a very neutral eye and I thought it did pretty well. It may have been a little patchy, to be honest, which I don't know that of her Modern Renaissance palette. It isn't very patchy, so it kind of surprised me with this, but it could have been maybe the shade that I used. So I want to play with this more to see, was all the crap deserving of this, or is it better than people thought? Because I've heard both ways. So that's going to be something I'm experimenting and playing with. And let me know if you do want updates on this, because maybe this is old news for you and you don't care. I did want to share with you guys that I have been curious. I liked the color story a lot with this, so I wanted to know, is it really worthy of all of the negative attention that this, thing has on it, or is it just because it's really loose and fluffy and messy? I don't know. Let's find out. Now I cannot wait to tell you guys about some lifestyle things that I have been loving that you guys have actually been asking me about, and then I'm going to jump into my shout outs with you guys because I love doing that every single month. I have been loving playing around with some fun jewelry, and I have a little bit more that I'm going to share with you in this video. And these were a gift from Karativa. This is a brand that loves to help you or others gift jewelry and jewelry boxes and pieces. Karativa sent me some of their jewelry pieces and some of their boxes, their jewelry boxes, their gift boxes. They have a lot of different options on their website. And now going into, you know, Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day, treat yourself day, whatever you want to call it, now is a great time to use the discount that they just gave me as well, because I have been obsessed with these pieces they sent me. And I have worn some of them in videos, and you guys are like, well, maybe when you're getting into these other things in your videos, maybe you could talk more about the jewelry you're wearing. So ask and ye shall receive. I have been loving these Eternity Band pieces that I got from their website. And honestly, I got this one on my ring finger here because it reminded me of a piece that I had back in the day when I first met Adam. It was something that I had received from like a TJ Maxx or something like that, or Marshalls, something along those lines, and it tarnished over the years. And it was like my favorite ring to wear until I got, you know, engaged and then married. But it was one of those pieces that was really special and sentimental to me. So when I saw this one here, it had a very similar vibe and feel to it. So, and the fact that it was an Eternity Band made it even sweeter. I also really liked this one as well for just a very simple Eternity Band that works well and complements all the other looks and jewelry that I have. And a lot of you guys really love my big statement piece ring. I've seen so many comments about it. I'll actually pull it out here from one of my jewelry boxes they sent me, because this has been super helpful to store the jewelry that I do have, because living small, I didn't have a lot when I moved, and now I feel like over the past 4 years, I've slowly been adding pieces to my collection, and I didn't have a nice place to store them. So a lot of you guys really love this ring that I wear. It's actually something I received from a family member, and I can't even find it online to ever link for you guys. I think somebody asked me if it was an elephant or a lily. I think even my aunt called it a starfish, the woman who gave it to me. So I don't know, but I'm obsessed with it, and I actually have a matching bracelet to it and matching earrings. I don't wear them together because I feel like it's a bit too much. The reason I picked this gorgeous statement piece is because it kind of reminded me of that ring, but it has obviously that shimmer, that shine that is stunning, and sometimes we just like to be a little blingy, yes? Oh my gosh, their jewelry is so nice. The sizes I would say are true to size, because I wanted this ring to be a 7 to fit on this finger, but I wanted these two to be more of like an 8 because that's more what my pointer and middle fingers are, so I can kind of switch and mix and match, all those things. Their pieces are really beautiful. They had so much to choose from. I had a hard time, but guys, or girls, or people, whatever you identify as, if you are gifting someone for Valentine's Day, whether it be a daughter, daughter-in-law, your partner, your spouse, whomever, they also have these gorgeous they're like gift packages. I don't even want to call them jewelry packages because you can really put anything in them. But look how stunning this is. This one was a gift that they came along with the jewelry. But like, look at this. It's got this little gorgeous drawer here. It's a stunning heart that looks beautiful. But when you open it, I mean, is there anything cuter? I don't think so. They have different styles, and I believe they customize them, actually. They customize like some of their jewelry and do customized personal pieces, so you could get really fancy with them if you wanted to. And I thought, what a great time as we're going into, you know, the Valentine's Day season, whether you're treating yourself or a girlfriend or your spouse or your kids or whoever you want, your dog, fine, give it to Cooper. Cooper likes things. This is beautiful, and this has become such a handy piece for me to put some of my other jewelry that maybe I didn't have a home for because I only have like stands for the bigger pieces, but not something for my finer jewelry. So that's always really nice to be able to have something that feels secure, but it's also really nice to have out and to present. I mean, look at this. This is so cute. This is a perfect gift along with jewelry. I mean, come on. It's a double whammy. It's perfect. I'm going to be linking their information below, but you can also get a discount with my code. With my custom coupon of NF15, you can get 15% off your entire order, and they have a lot to choose from, like I had mentioned. I'm also going to be linking down below their Amazon and their website because they also have some jewelry boxes available on Amazon as well if you prefer to do Prime or whatever it is you're doing. So you can customize the jewelry, customize the boxes, do whatever you want to make it even extra special. But thank you so much, Karativa, for wanting to partner with me on this part of my video and sending me this gorgeous PR to share. I love that, and I love giving you guys a discount. I love when companies want to give back to you guys so you could try something too at a deal. And speaking of treat yourself, whether you celebrate Valentine's Day or Galentine's Day with the girls, Roses Forever New York reached out to me and let me know they are having another special on roses for this Valentine's Day season. These are 100% real roses that will last over a year. And if you don't believe me, I will happily show you the bouquet I got last year. Hold on, they still look amazing. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have already seen this. The roses I got last year were in this gorgeous hat box, and they were the pink ones, and they still look so stunning. Again, these are real roses. They are not fake. They held up so beautifully that I truly forgot that these were real roses. And that's when I was like, oh my gosh, they look the same. They both look amazing. They're a great piece of decor to either gift or receive. This is Rose Forever New York's latest style for their Valentine's Day campaign, and I have never owned roses like this that just kind of come out. They almost look like its own statue, its own moment. And I couldn't believe how amazing these were packaged because all of the other roses I'd received from them were in the hat box, so it was kind of flat, so they had protection from the top of it. These were so well packaged. Everything came looking as stunning as you see here. Nothing was flattened. It's going to be a perfect gift for either you, your friends, your spouse, whoever you want to gift this to, your mom, your daughter, whoever. If you'd like to get $25 off of your order from Rose Forever New York, check out my description box below. I'm going to have all the information for you. I love these. I have now 3 bouquets here in my home that all look stunning. I've even gifted some away to people. This portion of my video is sponsored by Rose Forever New York, and I'm honestly so grateful they keep supporting my channel because I do feel that when I have gifted these and I have to family members and friends, it's so special because it's a piece of decor that they're going to have in their home for over a year and be able to think of you and to know you were thinking of them. And that can just lighten someone's day, give them that bright moment. The quality here is so special that I feel like I can confidently recommend them. They also have a lot of options too. Like if you don't like red, then you could get blue. You could get pink like I just showed you. They have a lot of different options. They also have different hat box styles and colors. So I highly recommend them. Like I said, I've loved giving them away, but I've also loved having them in my home as well. Even living in a small space that really brightens up the mood. It really kind of adds just that little extra finish that is so stunning. And thank you so much, Rose Forever, for partnering with me on my videos and continuing to support my little channel here. I mean it. It means so much to me. You guys know me. I also just love giving, and when it's something that's sentimental and special and unique, I feel like the receiver on the other end is always just so flabbergasted that they get to think of you all year when they look at those roses. Now it's time for some January shout outs. And if I could, I would shout you guys out, all of you, but we would be here. This is already a long video. We would be here all day. I'm going to start off with Brenda Salcido. Hey girl, I love seeing you in my comments. You were just commenting on one of my videos saying how much you don't even get BoxyCharm anymore, but you still love watching my unboxings, my honest user reviews, so you kind of know what's going on, but you love my faves and fails too, and any other videos that I do. So I am so appreciative of that. Thank you. Aw, Cynthia Harris. Hey girl, thank you so much. She jumped in here to say that she'd love to know any other interests I have. Baking, cooking, crafting, needlework, you name it. Needlework. You guys think I'm real crafty, don't you? She forgot to mention that she canceled her Luxe and Premium last year. And she's going to be canceling the base after the first 3 months if they don't improve. But she still loves my channel and loves watching. Thank you. I really appreciate that you kind of want to see my other interests. I love that you guys want to see some of the other things about my life too, and maybe what are my other interests. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. Ooh, Jennifer Hayes, you just let me know in my last video. You're like, the primers, what did you dirty, girl? It did the same thing to you. Thank you for letting me know. Now I feel less crazy about this LYS primer. I wanted it to work. Dang it. Oh my gosh. And Honest Tea Beauty, girl, I see you multiple times in my videos giving me so many of your thoughts, giving me so much of your feedback. I love hearing from you, and you let me know other things that are out there too. I greatly appreciate that because I am one soul here. But when we come together as a collective, we learn so much more. We kind of figure things out, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much, you guys, and you just never know when you could be featured in one of my upcoming faves and fails. Guys, I love doing these videos. I feel like these videos really took more of the front runner for me as a favorites video, because favorites video, my favorites video, how meta. I just mean because I get to sit down and talk with you, and then I get to call some of you guys like to the front and appreciate you and things I've learned from you about products and things throughout time and what you've learned from me. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you happen to be new to my loud, weird, crazy, unique channel, or you're just stalking, I notice how many people keep watching but they're not subscribed. Just click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all kinds of fun upcoming videos. Bye, friends.